Hello, Chesapeake, and welcome to another edition of Peak Life. I'm your host this time, Jim Hazel, and summer is upon us, which means it's time for Shakespeare in the Grove. And with us here to talk about it is Matt Fugoris, and you're what kind of theater guru over there now?
I'm the artistic director of Shakespeare in the Grove, but I head up the theater department at TCC.
Great, and I know that we're celebrating an anniversary of sorts, but there's a little bit of a gray area there. Is it the 30th or the 29th year for the Bard?
We are technically the 30th because we started in 1997. Ed Jacobs started the whole Shakespeare in the Grove out of there in the lawn over at TCC. And this is technically our 30th year on paper, but due to COVID, there's that little asterisk in there. Even though we did a show, which was a radio play Measure for Measure,
yes,
this is kind of our 29th.
Okay.
So we're going with. So next year will be the big celebration.
Okay, cool. And you worked ever since the 90s?
No, I came here from Ohio in 2003, 2004. Okay. So 2004 was my first year. The first year was Taming of the Shrew.
Wow.
This is now my 23rd production in subcapacity with Shakespeare in the Grove.
Now, I guess the biggest change, the obvious biggest change, was moving it from that lawn area to an actual stage in a different area. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so a little bit of the progression is we started out there in the Grove, and they just had basically what we call a passion and a plank. If you have a passion and you have some sort of piece of scenery, we can do Shakespeare. And people came out. They didn't expect more than 100 people. That first night, I think they got 500 people to come out. And so it kind of, from there, it grew. We built a stage out there, and then it got moved in that same space for a couple years, and then its new iteration about 8 years ago is now its new location in between the buildings in Chesapeake, and we have kind of like a lawn area with it.
And let's talk a little bit about how Shakespeare in the Grove and the community, it really takes a village to put on a show like this, which is kind of a unique experience, very immersive for people.
Absolutely. I mean, this year we have about 50 cast and crew members.
Wow.
In the past, we can go anywhere from 25 to 50 in various skill ranges, from carpenters to prop masters to costume designers to sound designers, lighting designers, etc. And then wherever there's a missing piece, I kind of fill in with it. But it does take a village, and I hire a director to direct the show, and then they cast the show, and we do various high school and local professionals and even TCC students. So it's a mixture of the community around here in Hampton Roads.
It really is. So what do you think people who say may not go on to being professional actors, why should they get involved? I know you can really learn a lot from the experience.
Absolutely, life skills. I mean, they're very much life skills. Can you show up on time? Can you be dependable? Can you collaborate with other people? Can you pivot? Can you think on your feet? Because as you know, at any point a storm could pop up, and can we get the equipment in, get the people in the building safely or exit safely? And those life skills transfer to the real world.
Right. Yeah. Well, let's talk about this year's production.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet.
Which most people may have heard of that one.
Yeah.
But tell us what's in store.
So Romeo and Juliet, it takes place June 24th through the 28th at 8 p.m., weather permitting, out there at the TCC campus, 1428 Cedar Road. We haven't done Romeo and Juliet since 2015, so we brought it back. And the director, Logan Bennett, is directing the show. He's directed a couple of shows, and he's also been in many shows here at TCC and Shakespeare in the Grove. And his idea and concept is a little homage to the old style, Elizabethan type of thing, where we're blending kind of two styles, like setting it, part of it in 96, I think it was, and 2026. So we're going to have
a time machine,
a mixture of both. So you'll see like the nobles more in Elizabethan gear, where you'll see more of like the working class in regular, like what you see in 2026. So it's a kind of an homage to the history of Shakespeare.
A new twist. I don't think I've ever seen it that way. But it's
still the classic language, the love story, everything that goes with it.
On that note, what is so compelling about Shakespeare and how even younger generations still have a great time with it?
I think it's timeless. I mean, the fact that even the language today transfers or the language from yesteryear
Right.
transfers today. I mean, some of the stuff, the trials and tribulation is still relevant today.
Speaking of timeless, I think we're just about out of time. So thanks for coming, Matt, and we will see you in the Grove. Don't forget, everybody, Shakespeare in the Grove, June 24th through the 28th, right there on the campus of Tidewater Community College here in Chesapeake, Virginia. Have a great summer.